Hi, John. I'm going to approach this a little bit differently here. I think you're used to working on your site one way. When working with a template, it's best to open it locally, make your changes, work with the library files, things like that. So what I thought is I'm going to convert the template over, remove the template functions. So basically, the site will be exactly the same for editing as your previous site. Because I actually opened up your previous site, had a look, no templating function, menus, everything was on a page-by-page basis. Now that's slower to update, but it's also easier. So I thought, you know what? Let's not make it more complicated than we need to. So I've removed all the templating functions, all the library functions, and now when you open up a page, whether it be from the server or from your local copy, it doesn't matter. If you want to make a change to something, you make the change in the page itself. Before I talked about the in my tour or in previous videos, I talked about if you want to update the website name or a menu button or something in the footer, you would have to go into a library page, make the changes, save it, and then republish it. Well, that's great if you're used to working with templates, or you're a developer, or you're used to working with Dreamweaver library assets. But if you're not, it's just going to be another learning curve. So I want to remove that learning curve and just make it easy as possible to update. So I removed the templating functions and the library functions, and now anything you want to change in the page, if you wanted to change news and advisories, you'd have to go into each page, change the ampersand, and then save, and you're done. But you'd have to do that in each page. It may take you an extra 2-3 minutes, but it is actually easier to get done, or easier to do. Now you don't have to worry about library files, publishing, and all that sort of stuff. You can do it the way you've been doing it all along. Okay, so I'm actually uploading that to the server right now, as well as looking at taking a look at the CAN page and making sure that the graphics are not loaded from an HTTPS, and I've removed any reference from that as well. So anyways, I'm putting that back up. I'm going to send you another copy of the template, but you can actually just edit it live from the server now, but I'll give you a local copy as well. Now the only page that you may find you have a little bit of issue with updating would be the index page. I'm going to open up the index page and explain why. When you open up the page, if you want to change any of the text that shows up in the landing window, the loading window, you don't see it. The reason, I will demonstrate this in, see how the text animates into the page? Yes, because it has that animation in the page, or that animation when it loads, that CSS effect. Dreamweaver doesn't know how to interpret that, and it only sort of partially shows, or it doesn't show at all. All you need to do is this: put your cursor in here somewhere, flip over to code view, okay, and then right down here about line 139 and 140, just change the information by hand. Welcome to, there's the break, the website and the US. So if you want to change anything, just go in here, and the text in black is what you would change. So you don't need to know HTML, you just need to know where the text is in the page that you would need to change. And that's really about it. And anything else that you would have a question on, I'll just whip up a little video for you, obviously. But okay, so here's an example of the site being posted. Same site as before. I've just removed the template functions, and of course I want to just say that we've got the green Go light. Firefox doesn't show that; it just shows gray. If it's not secure in Firefox, it just shows an exclamation point in gray. Chrome is the only one I know that actually shows it in green for the inner pages. Firefox, I think, shows it for the main page. Not sure why the difference, but anyways, that's updated. Everything's back to normal. I'll just go through each page here. There we go. News and advisories, as expected. Yeah, each page is showing the HTTPS, and the everything's up there and ready to roll. Header's looking good there. Yeah, so I basically just rebuilt the site. I mean, I didn't rebuild it, I just removed the template properties from each page, replacing with just the regular code. I can do that in Dreamweaver quite quickly, but I thought instead of trying to teach you a different way of updating the site, I'll just modify the site so it works with the system that you are most familiar with. So in essence, now the new site is in terms of updating it is exactly the same as the old site. There's no template functions, there's no library pages. You just go into each page now and edit, save, and there you go. So if you want to change something in a menu item, you'd have to do that in each page, but Like I said, simpler, may take an extra minute or so, but probably worthwhile.